Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going fantastic and your journey to self-betterment is going better than fantastic. Today, I wanted to talk about something very important that touches on the last few videos I made recently. You see, when dealing with narcissists in your personal lives and or just in the world on a mass scale, I look for patterns and trends. And we have a powerful tool with being able to share information to millions if not billions of people. And sometimes that information can shape people for the good and sadly also for the bad depending on the information shared. The Bible talks about how one day things will get to the point where a great many will praise evil and give a big thumbs down to decency and what is right. Good will become bad and bad will become good. But narcissists are tricky. They have for years and years and years have tricked society into believing and adopting these sick and twisted evil ways. In my last video, I talked about a woman that was flat out happy about using her ex-boyfriend to have him maintain her life even though she was no longer dating him and she was clearly with another man. And she's been making the rounds being interviewed by lots of the dating coaches out there. And she ended up on the Kevin Samuels show. And as before, I mentioned this isn't me saying I think he's correct on all things. But he nailed how he really wasn't getting a feeling of sorry and guilt over what she was doing. It seemed she appeared to be quite happy with herself and happy to flat out use another human being as a pack mule or a workhorse. And the look on Kevin's face said it all. It was that of sadness. Yes. A subscriber mentioned or asked if I noticed how when he flipped the scenario around on her with some what if questions, that would put her in a situation that might have been seen as the reverse. She was like that's not something she would let happen and that she couldn't see or didn't want to see how she was doing the same thing to someone else, but didn't want it done to her. And this brings me to another comment left by another subscriber. And the comment nailed it. No one wants to be used. No one wants to be used. It's that simple. We want to be loved. And we want to love others. And you see, this is the reason why speaking up and out about narcissism in this manner is important. It's because if nothing is shown, said, or put out there that shows this behavior for what it is, the toxic evil usury of others, the usury of others that is now openly celebrated. And if we don't say something, at least to put the real information out there regarding what this is all about, there are going to be some new people coming into the dating world thinking that being used is normal. And they will be trained into being narcissistic supply. Let the red flags be out there. And let them be seen. So people have the choice to either pay attention or not. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. But at least put the bucket of water out there, so they can make the choice. You see, especially on a global or massive scale, when someone or someone's want to ruin a people, they get the people to go along with self-destructive lifestyles. And they absolutely ruin the family as far down as they can. And they do it with this kind of stuff. You see, there was a time narcissism hid in the shadows. It would peek its head out every now and then. But now it's on a grand stage. And dancing around in a circle saying, look what I'm doing to you now. And I feel so sorry for those just entering into the dating world. As Kevin Samuels mentioned, what if these new standards of dating and breakups are adopted? What massive impact do you think it will have? Don't you think that even more people will just stop dating? I want you to think about something very carefully. Or let me ask you a question rather. Doesn't it seem over the last several years, 10 plus, that the ways that you can meet a new person has been reduced and reduced and reduced? And the few toxic ways for you to meet a new person seem to be the only option. Have you noticed this? Again, when looking back at couples that are still together after 60 or 70 years, they met in school when they were little, and they grew up together. They had a chance to vet one another to make sure that they had good qualities about themselves. And they didn't leave one another in mass over financial hardships or sickness. They took the vows seriously. But with that being said, was there narcissism still? Yes. Yes. But you had a better shot at vetting someone and meeting someone you cared about and someone that cared about you. And someone that wasn't just looking to use you. Some of these couples that I've watched videos on, they look at each other like they were still 18 and madly in love. And narcissists have cut that avenue off. Now it's seen as toxic or dangerous to meet someone in school. The other place people used to meet and get married from many years ago was work. That's gone because it's not seen as safe and dangerous. You could go to an innocent social club and meet someone in your area as well. Now social clubs are anything but innocent nor safe. You see, I've talked about before. We appear that we are being messed with like rats in a maze. And all of the doors to that happy life are being cut off by those that control the maze. And they only keep the doors they want us to go through open. Such as online dating. When the news is full of people getting robbed or even worse by using such apps. Some success stories, but there is way more of a risk than meeting someone and vetting someone when you are in school and your family knows their family. And you live right around the corner from them. And you practically have known them your entire life. You see, those that control the maze know what to expect from human nature. They know we will fight and claw to get to a point to be in some state of happiness and to find a life partner. Because that's how the Most High designed us. He didn't make us to be solo and alone. Do you see how the devil does the opposite? He's working day and night and day for you to be alone. But with the small door open to you being used and ruined by evil. And through that door is a smiling life partner or so-called life partner. And before you know it, they have love-bombed you into addiction to them. And now they can use you and manipulate you any way they want. This is the Jezebel spirit. As I mentioned, they, meaning the narcissists in the world, want to take the blessings God has given to you. And they aren't theirs to take. God can giveth and God can taketh away. And with each time one of these jokers steal, they literally steal the love and joy out of someone's heart. And the more they put it on center stage as it's something to do. Because narcissists know people gravitate towards evil, sadly. But the more they do this, the more they cement and normalize this behavior as being the new standard. I want you to hear me. Narcissists are now about normalizing. Normalizing. Normalizing evil behavior. Let that word normalizing burn in your mind. And you will start to see what they are doing when they are doing it. It will start to make sense. So let's put the water out front with the red flag in front of it. So those with eyes to see and ears to hear can make the choice. You and I can't save the world. We can't. But we can share what we know right here and right now and let someone find it and listen if they choose. Listen, young man or young woman. You aren't to be used. Nor are you to use others. It's not normal. It's not right. Walk away from these people that are like that. And if your friends are living this way, they aren't your friends. Pray for them and walk away and find people that don't live like that. Put out the message of love as being normal. Care being normal. And honor being normal. The Most High God is with us. He is with us in this fight. It's a spiritual battle, people. And Satan, the devil, expects you to say nothing and expects you to do nothing. And like I said before, one-on-one with a narcissist. Walk away nice and carefully. But once you have a grasp of this information, Safely and securely share this information if you can. Write a book. Write a blog. Make videos. Share your unique but relatable story in the safest way you can, so others might see it as a shining light to a better life and hope. And hopefully they will find the Most High God in the process. Because without Him we are nothing. We are nothing. I pray God be with us all. And pray for each and every one of you. And I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate your support. You all touch my little cartoon heart each and every day. I really mean that. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.